Oh, we never throw out wigs over here. The revival is back in full force. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a repeat, but a little bit different. Now, I've done revivals in the past. You guys have seen synthetic wigs and me. We go hand in hand. And the way they make them now, we can literally get the best of both worlds. But this time, this is 2 years later. I literally had this on my 28th birthday. This was my birthday here. I'm going to show you guys it in its glory. So this is what it looked like with me installing it right out the package. So today's goal is to try to revive the wig because we've fallen off a little bit. Let me tell you something about me. I wear my wigs. Even if it's a promotional something and I'm getting paid or sent a wig, I'm going to wear it. I don't just install it and then throw it away. I think that's why my wigs look so Humpty Dumpty after a while. But I love that about me. I wear the wig is loved. Okay, before we start, 2 key factors that I think are very important. One could even call them disclaimers. The first is it matters what type of synthetic wig you are working with. I have had some in the past that are beyond revival. I mean, like, throw it away, absolutely. I've already talked about the ones that I like to use, but specific brands and lines just do it better. They've done the research, they've rebranded, and they are kind of known for these natural looking hairlines and lace. Disclaimer number 2 is we are working in steps, so this is not going to be a one and done type of thing. I do a lot of steps to not only ensure that the hair is revitalized, but that I can actually wear it beyond just one day. I want to bring this back out and wear it for at least another couple of weeks. So I do take my time and do step by step. Step 1 is the detangle. We are going to detangle a few times. And even if you don't think the hair needs to be detangled, it needs to be detangled. I'm just going to go through my brush and work through section by section. As you can see, as soon as I brush it out, it kind of takes on its natural shape again. What you can't see from the video is that my brush is snagging pretty bad. I feel like a lot of the snags are just little hairs that are caught together. Again, this is synthetic, so it's not clumping like normal hair would. Although I am thoroughly impressed that the curls are still intact, because that was one of my fears, was I gonna have to put heat in it and put additional curls in, but the curls are giving. They're giving. But yes, take your time on this part. It's gonna seem very tedious. You can even break this down into days if you want, but making sure you detangle each section is so important, and doing so in small sections is also important. I've tried to revive wigs and literally been in such a rush that I ended up tangling it more, and there is always a point where it's just like too tangled to the point where you would have to cut too much of the hair and the wig wouldn't even look good afterward. So take your time. Start from the bottom, brush it out. Anytime you feel a snag, don't just try to brush through it. Investigate and kind of pull it apart with your fingers first. Cut out that piece of hair and then go back in and brush it down. So this is what the wig was looking like. I mean, she's looking pretty good. I was thoroughly impressed. It was still snagging a little bit. The first brush never gets rid of all of it. That's why we have to do multiple rounds. But this is all the hair that came out, which was not bad. Next, I'm going to soak the hair. What I used to do back in the day was take some fabric softener and put it in boiling water and then put the synthetic hair in. But we've evolved, and I found that using a deep conditioner kind of works just the same. So I'm not only washing the hair part, I am also making sure to kind of try to wash off the stickiness that is on the lace. I think last time I installed this, I used glue instead of got2b, which I could do a whole rant on hair glue and how much I hate it. But yeah, that is going to be a little bit harder to get off, so this soak is necessary. And this is the hair right after. I actually put it out on my deck and hung it so it could dry properly, but every time we wash it and run a comb through it and detangle, it's smoother and smoother. The comb is not snagging, the brush is not snagging, and not only can I see the original curls, but I'm seeing the vision. Okay, the hair, it's so pretty. Fall vibes. This color, So after our soak and our detangling, I call this next part maintenance, because we are basically going through and snipping out any remaining snags. Your brush and your comb can only do so much, so really it's just about being picky. And you could say, girl, this is a lot of work, but if we're reviving it, again, I want to be able to wear it afterwards and have it be like brand new. So we have to make sure to get everything. Next step, we're going to go ahead and apply it. And I love using Got To Be gel. It's good if you just want something temporary. It's obviously not going to last all night. Like if you sleep in it, it's probably going to come up in the morning just because of sweat. But if you want something easy that can come off at night easily, I would say go with Got To Be. It's a lot less harsh than glue too, in my opinion. But I'm just going through and laying it down. Now this one, unlike my other wigs, the lace was a little worn and torn. This lace was kind of different because this was a specialty wig. I feel like the lace section wasn't as thick, especially on the sides. I did originally have a side part when I did this style, and I think a lot of that had to do with the lace and just because I didn't like how it was sitting. But I actually ended up loving the side part, so I kept it in. And as you can see, I didn't even have to redo the side part. So this hair has stayed molded into the style that I put it in and had it in 2 years ago. Next, a little more maintenance. We are basically just trying to make this lace look a little less lacy. That's the hardest part, I will say, about the revivals. It's not the hair, it's really never the hair, it's always like the lace. The lace is worn, it's torn, and we have to try to work with it. Sometimes I will go in and clip the lace just to shorten it a little bit, because over time the lace does suffer. I think that's the truth, whether it's synthetic or real hair. So you know, it's just going back and adjusting it to my forehead and making sure that it doesn't look crazy. But I'm just going in and putting foundation on my face, and then this is how I like to do it. I like to do my face first and then just kind of go upward onto my lace, so it's not so much and it blends naturally. But I'm just going in, tapping it in, and then I'm gonna get my little part there as well. And makeup always helps blend it for me. I feel like it always looks gray almost before, but the makeup helps to blend in the lace. And this is just such a pretty color. And I love a little side part. Like I said, it's easy. I think it's helpful because the other side doesn't really have to be shown. I have a bang covering it. And then our very, very, very last step is a haircut. So with these wigs, synthetic wigs, I usually go with curly. I'm not really a straight synthetic girly because I feel like straight synthetic hair goes bad quicker. Like it's hard to keep that wavy, flowy, straight hair. But when it gets curly, it may get stiff, but it'll still maintain the curl. But with curly wigs, at the very bottom, you know, the hair, it gets rough around the edges, so I always take off at least an inch or two, and that does so much. Okay, not only does it get rid of the scraggly ends, but it kind of revives the wig. It gives it a little bit more bounce. And then I am gonna cut in some bangs. I really wanted curtain bangs, I think that's what they're called. But like I said, this hair is already curly, so it's very easy to mold, and if I mess up, you really can't tell. So I just cut at least an inch or two off from each side just to make it shorter, bouncier, and I just think it's a cuter look when it's shorter, honestly. I should have done that the first time maybe. And here is our final look. Y'all, like cutting it, was that not the best decision ever? I love the short, bouncy vibe. I love the side part. I love the layers, and I love the color. The fact that it's still glossy and it's 2 years later, it's insane to me. I'll be trying to tell people, don't sleep on synthetic wigs. They can be your best friends. And I only paid about $30, $40 for this. But that is going to be it for this video today. I'm so happy. Hopefully I can do more revival wig series soon. I just don't have that many wigs to revive anymore. But be sure to check out some of my other videos from this series. I'll have them linked at the end of this video. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye!